Okay, so most of you guys know that I crashed my previous Accord. Well, my sister did, and we ended up buying a replacement Accord because the car is so fucking great. So same model, same trim and everything. It's a newer year actually. My original Accord was in '08, so we got in '09. Um, and before we got the car towed away, I actually ripped out the Viper unit from the previous car, and now I'm going to install into this new car, new slash whatever. Um, so I figure why not use this chance and make a video for the group. Okay. So basically, what you want to do first is take the negative cable out so that you don't, short circuit anything during the installation. Negative cable, take it out. That's all you need to do on this side. Okay. And while you're installing it, try to plan where you want to install the Siren. For the Viper. I had the Viper 5701. This is a fairly old unit. I bought this 4 or 5 years ago, so it is a fairly old unit. But it still works, so why not, right? So, you guys should see the original wiring of this unit I did in my car back then. That was 5 years ago, and boy, let me tell you, over the years I've learned a few tricks or two installing remote control starters. So this is actually the improvement over what I did back then. It was completely amateur, novice, horrible. Okay, like I completely called myself stupid every time I was rewiring this whole thing. I didn't really rewire it. I just cleaned it up a lot more. It was just hectic. Wires were, it was just messy. This is more of an organized version. So I know exactly what's going on. So basically with the 5701, I'm pretty sure you can get these cheap on eBay still. So this right here is the Siren. Okay, like you can see this. You can see right here that I've spliced into it. Because it's the older wire and this is the newer wire, because I guess I didn't have time to pull the wire out from the previous Accord, so I just snipped everything off and just yank out the major parts. Okay, so make sure it's waterproof. I double side tape. I double it up, the black tape, to make sure that any water or moisture can get in there. Okay, so this is the sign right here. Make sure it's long, because where I'm going to install it is actually right in front of the bumper, right down here. Most installer will probably install it right here, but I don't want anything in my engine bay exposed that's not cute, because I take pride in take care of my engine bay, so I don't want anything that looks out of the ordinary. So I'm gonna hide that Siren, or matter of fact, you can actually put it right here if you want. No, that wouldn't work either. So I'm just gonna put it in the original place where I intended to, which is right here. So here's the breakdown. This is the D-ball. Now there's D-ball 2. This is 2005, by the way. When I got this whole system was 2010 or 9. It's been a while. So I'll have another video before this, or maybe after this video, I'm not sure, explaining why it's good to update your D-ball every once in a while when there's a new firmware on expresskit.com. So back then when I flashed this, it's a 1.49. Now it's 2.19. Gives you that more power over your car if you update the firmware. So which I did. I took the time and did that. So from the D-ball is you will need you basically only need two harnesses or 3 harnesses. One wire from here and 2 wires from here, and the results are black and orange, tan and black, and 1 brown. Okay, so 3 wires from this side of the harness, and of course the data to data connection. That's it. This right here connects to the Viper unit. All right. That's all you need from this baby. Okay, no, you don't need to cut no key, destroy no key. This is your key right here. So, and it controls almost most of your car right here. Okay. I mean, surprising, this right here will power. I mean, it will start the car in some of the other makes and model, just not the Hondas. So basically, if you have a Chrysler or a Toyota, all you need is this baby right here and flash it so that it can start the car by itself. You don't even need the Viper unit, okay? So, a very powerful unit, okay? I got this for 20 bucks. Wait, no, I lied. Back then I got it for 80 bucks. But for the TL, I just had Best Buy installed. I bought it on BestBuy.com for 80 bucks and brought it into the store and got them to install it because they want $99 for the D-Ball 2. Well, you can buy it on BestBuy.com for 20 bucks and bring it in and let them install it. Crazy, right? Well, I did flash it, so saved me what, 80 bucks. So okay, now from the Viper unit 5701, you will basically see that it looks like a mess, but really is really organized for the unit. Okay, so basically this is the data to data. This is the Viper unit. You can cut it on shorter if you want, but I just left it. Well, you can't cut this wire, but I instead of just wrapping it up, I just left it long, so it gives me so it's nothing permanent, so I can actually hide the unit in the under the dash. So okay, anyways, so the Viper unit, you only need two harnesses. Okay, the heavy gauge, and then I think this is the 15 or 12 pin harness. Can't remember exactly, but from the 12 pin harness, you only need the 12 volt constant, the ground, and the siren. That's all that's coming through this side of the harness. Okay. Now on this side, the heavy gauge, this is where all the magic happens. Okay. So from this is the what? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 9 wiring right here. I think I'm using only 8 out of 9. Okay. So this right here goes through here. Of course, you get 1, 2, 3. This is the fuse right here. So this basic. So this, if you watch the part 1 video, how I wire this, just this harness alone, you will see how I wire this line. Okay. Now this is only for what? I'm not sure how other models are, but this is how I wire it for my Hondas and Acuras. Okay. So you'll see in the other part of the video. I'll probably put a link there or something like that. So from this harness, go here, and this is the other end of it. So there are, what is it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, there's 7 wires. Notice that I said I use only 8 out of 9, but at the end of this set is only what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wires only. Okay, there's reasons for that, because the other 2 is actually spliced into the red wire. So the other 2 red, black, and white is actually connected in this line right here at some point. There's 1 right here, and there's 2 right there. So 3 wires become 1, which goes into the red. Okay. All right. So let me tell you what these wires mean. Okay. So one of these wires is accessory 1, accessory 2. Your 12 volt constant, your starter killer, which is these 2 right here. One goes to one end, the other goes to the key. So this one goes to the brake pedal, and this one goes to the key, or vice versa. You see it later, but this is your starter killer right here. Okay, this basically will tell you if somebody's jacking your car, the Viper unit will know and cut off the power to the car. If you don't install these 2 wires, it will basically mean that this remote starter will be just a remote starter. It's not an alarm system. These 2 wires what make this unit special. Okay, this is the remote starter and security system. Okay, that's what these 2 wires are for. Now, if you get the 5204 unit, you only use 4 wires. Okay, maybe 5 wires without the purple wire. Okay, you still need a starter. Yeah, So you use these 5 wires and not the purple wire. Now, if you want to install the security system, which is the 5701 and 5704, you will need all these 3, or I mean, not all 3, but all 6 wires. Okay, so that's right there. And then what else? And you have this, which is the power on and off switch for the Viper unit. So you don't want it on, turn it off. You know what I'm saying? So if it just goes off randomly, it's malfunctioning, and it's going off, and you can't turn it off. Boom, right there. Okay. Now, and also there's one more wire that goes to the what is it? The remote sensor. Okay, the antenna. I'm sorry, and that goes to the windshield, which I don't have it right here because it's in the house. Mind you, this is 8 o'clock in the evening, and it's 60 degrees outside, so it's fairly cold. I'm trying to get this done fairly quickly. I'm expecting to spend only an hour on this thing, okay? Because I already spent the majority of the time organizing the wire. This is the very important part. The very most important part is organization of your wiring and know what you're wiring into, okay? So now that I know what I'm using, I'm just gonna plug it into the car, and that's it, okay? Another tip is that in this installation, you see me using T-taps and black tape. Okay, I will not be soldering anything into the car. Okay, a lot of guys prefer soldering. I don't. Okay, it's basically just make sure that your connections are solid. Okay, I remember when I first installed this unit in the '08 Accord, these small wires, one of the CAN bus wire was actually loose, and the car would not start. So I left this in a car for like 20 days, and I figured, you know what, let's recheck my wire, and go figure, one of the wires on the CAN bus was actually loose. Once I actually held onto it, the car starts up. Okay, so make sure all your connections are solid. That's a very important part. Okay. Another thing is that make sure. What is it? I lost my train of thought. Make sure you flash your car. Make sure you flash it. Okay. In this video, I will not show you guys how to basically sync the bypass into your car, because every car is different, and the instructions on the D-bar is very thorough. So I will not be showing you guys that, because it's, like I said, it's very cold outside. Well, it's fairly simple. It's just putting your key in the ignition, watch it flash, and it'll check. But because this is already flashed for the Accord, everything's wired to the Accord. This Viper is programmed for the remote, from manual to automatic. So I'm just gonna wire it and start it up. Okay, pretty much simple. That's simple. But like I said, fairly simple installation for the Honda Accord 8th Gen and the Acura TXX. Similar, and the TL front wheel drive vehicle. The installation is very similar, maybe even identical. Okay, but a little disclaimer: I will not take any responsibility if you guys do messed up your car. Okay, I'm showing you what works with my vehicles. Okay, this is only a video to show you guys that it works, but yeah, so